All right, you guys, who's ready to hear the wackiest couple on the road? We're here to talk about something special. Partner, please let them know what what is the subject today.
What's up, everybody? This is the one and only, the OG. Today, we're going to be talking about blind loyalty. I am a victim of this. Well, first of all, because I am a diehard loyal fan of my friends, my family. I am a diehard loyal. So when I got your back, I got your back. But it's never really been reciprocated by some people. You hear me, BP?
Yeah.
I've been a victim of this, but it's ultimately my fault for not recognizing the flags. And why do we fall victim of this? Why do we fall victim of the blind loyalty? Because loyalty is a good thing. Let me tell you, I'm all about loyalty. Even up to today and this day, I am loyal to the people I love and care about, and they know I always got their back because I show it with action. But what I mean by blind loyalty is when we give that to those who really don't appreciate it. And so we're loyal to the wrong people. But even though in our hearts we know that we are not treated the way we should, we continue being loyal to them. We continue hanging on. We continue hoping that they will one day see our worth. And in the meantime, we're just depleting ourselves. And we feel so exhausted and worthless. So I feel that this is sad for somebody who loves a lot, and for somebody who gives their honest truth and loyalty to people, and then they just get crappy crappy emotions or feelings in return. Have you ever been a victim of this, BP?
I have been a victim of certain circumstances. I would tell you this. I probably was the suspect in this subject, not being loyal to certain people. But I think those were just my emotions. Those were just the things that I was going through on a daily, on a yearly basis. I wasn't loyal for. I had my reasons. I don't want to bore you guys with my stuff, but yeah, I felt like I had to go through certain stages in my life to finally realize what I'm doing now and how can I be loyal to the right people. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's good. I like how you called yourself out. I like that. I like that honesty. I mean, as far as intentionally, I don't think I've ever been unloyal to anybody. Like I said, intentionally, I've always been. First of all, I'm not just loyal to everybody in the whole entire world. Like, you have to be really close for me to be loyal to you. But I think I have a person that I was very, very loyal to, and it didn't matter. And I'm not even referring to my ex-husband, because I was loyal to him too. But I was very loyal to a particular friend, and I've talked about him before. But I was so I tried my best around him. I did the best that I could. I tried to show that I was tough and smart, and I had his back and everything under the sun. And it didn't matter what I did. It didn't matter what I did. It was never enough. And I think, okay, so you called yourself out a little while ago, but I think what you went through was more of maybe like a stage you had to go through, because I don't consider you as a narcissist person.
Right.
This person.
I think what I was going through was immaturity, just things that I needed to get out of the way, But go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine, partner. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I've known you for a few years now, and I don't consider yourself a narcissist person. Well, the person I'm talking about was and is, I know that for a fact, narcissist. And what happens is that when you feed into their narcissism, It's like literally a black hole. It doesn't matter how much you pour into it, it will never be full. So we have to be careful. Blind loyalty is very dangerous because you think you're being a good person and you think you're giving that person what they deserve. But what happens is, because it's blind, you're depleting yourself from everything good. You're pouring everything into that person and getting nothing in return. Yeah. And I think in a healthy friendship, or even when you're in a relationship, it's like you give me and I give you. You give me positive reinforcement. You give me the support that I need. I give you the loyalty of being honest. You return some of that back. I'm not talking about tangible or materialistic things. I'm talking about the things you can't see, the things that other people can't offer. So if it's always just one-sided, that's what blind loyalty is, and it will deplete you. It will leave you feeling hopeless. It's going to leave you feeling like you ain't worth shit. And as soon as the blinds come rolling, have you seen the cartoons when you roll up the blinds and they go like flaps, like when you roll up the blinds? Once those blinds come flying through the roof like that, then you realize, what the hell was I doing with this person? Why the fuck was I spending all this time?
Let me ask you this. How did you know right away that you were giving more loyalty to this person? Did you know that?
Oh, right away. I knew that from kind of like from the beginning. Like, for instance, okay? Like, you and I have conversations where, like, hey, I want to fix my friendship in this manner. I think maybe you should fix this, or maybe I should fix it, or tell me what I need to fix, or what you don't like. And it's like we reach a mutual agreement, and then not only does the agreement is reached, but then right away, exactly, the goal kicks in. We start changing what we said and what we promised we were going to do, right? Yeah. So that was the complete opposite with this person. I would specifically, okay, and I'm not a demanding person, nor am I what's it called when you want a lot, like demanding, needy, right? I'm not like that. So my requests were simply, please respect me. First of all, that's already a red fucking flag. When you gotta tell somebody, please respect me, that's already a red flag. So my requests were very simple, like, hey, I want to make things work with you. You're my friend. I respect you. I really care about you. How can we do to fix whatever is going on and to go on with our lives, happy and free? Well, it was very narcissist. The responses were very narcissist. The responses were very like, well, you're the problem. You do this. You do that. It was never like, you're right. You know what? I got to fix things too. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I knew, like, okay, this person is either fucking with me, or is it really me? So I think when somebody starts, when they put this little seed in your head that it's you, and when it's you when you're like a bad person or you got to work on yourself, it. We're not dumb. We're not stupid people. We might play dumb, but we're not. And it just never got anywhere. And I think the only place it took me was in the fucking gutter, to be honest with you. I felt hopeless and worthless. And so there you go. That's what blind loyalty leads you to, folks.
Yeah, well, I have a subject for you guys. How about being dishonest or not loyal to yourself?
Oh.
It's one thing to be loyal to somebody, somebody that, you really care about. Of course, it's very easy to do that, especially when it comes to family members and really close friends. Yeah. But, I will take you guys back, and this is on a personal level. I remember, breaking up with my ex and, telling myself, this is over, it's done with, but I would secretly go and visit her, and whatever we did was nobody's business. But those are the dishonesty. Those are the not, when you're not loyal to yourself, you're actually lying to yourself.
Right.
And you're not really coming to any conclusion in your life, any closure whatsoever.
Oh, that's good.
So when you hear, baby mamas and baby daddies still going, steady or whatever, like those are the things that are, that are jabbing at your ego. And you can say, oh yeah, I have all these girls and stuff, but I mean, does that really count? Are you really telling yourself like, hey,
because you're still attached.
Yeah, you're still attached, and you're still trying to be this pimp, but you're not. You know what I mean?
No, that's a good point. That's a really good point. By the way, I've never had that type of baby daddy drama. Right. Thank God. Once I commit to something and I say, you know what, I just don't like the way I was treated. I deserve a lot better. I implement that in my life. And you're absolutely right, because you betray yourself. It took a lot of betrayal of myself to realize my worth. Does that make sense to anybody? So I had to betray myself a whole lot to finally come to realize, what the hell am I doing to myself? At the end of the day, I only have me. I only have me to fall back on. Nobody's there on my lonely nights when I'm sitting there with my own emotions and my feelings and my heart in my palm. Like, nobody is there with me to console me when I'm feeling really dark and gloomy. So it's just me at the end of the day. So I have to be okay with my decisions. I have to be okay with who I love. And I have to be okay with who I'm giving myself to. And that doesn't have to be just physical. You have to be okay with who you're being loyal to, who you're being honest to. And you're right. Once that's accurate. With relationships, that's really difficult, because you could say, this guy hits me. This guy cheats on me over and over and over. I hate him, and this and that. And then what happens? We are disloyal to ourselves, and we're disrespectful to ourselves, and then we go back over there when we know damn well they ain't good for us. So blind loyalty, again, I will say, recognize it early before it's too late, because sometimes what happens is you get dragged through the fucking mud, and it's so difficult to get back up, because it's so easy to destroy ourselves, and it's so difficult to build yourself back up. It took me a good solid, and I've said this before on a previous podcast, after my ex-husband and I went through the divorce, I was so hurt, severely hurt. It took me a good solid, maybe year and a half to finally let go. Yeah. And that's a long fucking time. I mean, who likes to feel sad every day or every other day for a whole year and a half? It took me a long time to rebuild myself. Right. But let me tell you, man, my foundation is thick like cement, and it's really, really difficult. And somebody might penetrate the thick cement, but guess what? It's easier for me to patch it than for it to be completely destroyed like before.
Right. Patch it with rebar this time. And reinforce that sucker. For real. Well, I got a question for you. What are the measures that you're taking now to not be blindly loyal to anybody in your life this day forward?
Oh, that's good, partner. I like your questions. Well, recognition in the early stages is very important. When you meet somebody and you already see the flags from a mile of fucking way, you need to tell yourself, okay, wait a minute. I've seen this before. I felt like this before, and I need to stay away. So early recognition, because once you're in it, man, once you're in it deep, and once you care about somebody, and once feelings are involved and emotions and all this shit, it's like trying to walk in snow or trying to walk in quicksand. It's so hard to get out of there. So why get in it? So what I try to do now is I try to recognize the signs on an early stage. First of all, I'm so involved in work that I'm very glad I'm involved in work, because I don't have time. To be honest with you, I don't got time for people's BS. I don't got time for people's, what they're offended about, what they're not offended about, why they like me, why they don't like me. I don't have time. So that's actually helped me cope, and that's helped me heal, which is why it's so important. I mean, I know we're kind of bouncing back and forth. We're not talking about relationships, but this is why it's important not to automatically jump into relationships. You need to go through your processes. You need to suffer a little bit, be sad, feel lonely, in order for you to have a strong foundation. What do you think about that, BP?
I think that's one of the things that I've told you from the beginning. I remember, when you came to me one night and you just felt like you were, I hate to say this, but you felt like you were worthless, but you weren't. In my eyes, I saw you as a strong person. You're recovering from something that you've dealt with for so many years. So when I tell you, a little bit of truth, a little bit, just bite your tongue for a while. It's going to be rocky. It's not going to come easy, and the things that you need to start doing is start, it's start trusting yourself.
Yep.
Start trusting yourself into this transformation. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but in the meantime, you do have to go through this dark shit where it's just, okay, I got to do this. There's steps. There's steps in order for you to actually start being loyal to yourself, to start caring about yourself, and to start trusting yourself. All those things accumulate to the human being that you eventually become. And like I told you guys before, I'm only loyal to a few people, which is my family, my best friend here, and I'm loyal to myself. Those top three things are what really make you, who you really want to stand for, or what you want to stand for. And always trust yourself to make the right decision, and if you feel any red flags, of course, nip it in the bud or move on.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that, and I'm also loyal to you too. Like I said before, man, for me, loyalty comes really easy once you prove yourself. And I mean that like in the respectful way. It's not like I'm better than you or anything like that. But I'll tell you this, my value is gold. And I don't care who you are, my value is gold. And if you are able to prove to me that you're a good friend or something else, then trust me, I come at you like a ton of bricks. I give you everything, like 110% loyalty, honesty. I'm always gonna be there for you, like everything. So I have to be careful who I give my gifts to. You know what I mean? So thank you, because I'm also loyal to you too. And I just want to make sure that everybody is aware. If you reflect on your life right now, on your friendships or relationships, who are you blindly loyal to? So that's really all I got to say. This is a subject that I've really wanted to touch bases on, because it is something that I've been victimized over and over about this thing, and it's only my fault for being way too fucking nice, because I get accused of that. I mean, damn, is that a crime nowadays? I'm too yeah, apparently you're too damn nice. You belong in jail. But you know what I mean? I've been victimized over and over on the blind loyalty thing, and it leaves me feeling so fucking worthless and depleted. And and it sucks. I don't wish anybody that. I don't wish anybody to give one-sided love, one-sided loyalty, one-sided honesty. It sucks, man, because you feel very shortchanged. Nothing is ever given back to you. So the quicker you realize that you're giving blind loyalty to somebody, hopefully you get out of it before you jump into that quicksand.
There you go, guys. That's all the time we have today, and I hope you guys can tune in next time. We're always here for you guys, any subjects that you guys are interested in. If you guys don't follow us on IG, drop a line or email us. We're always here for you guys and hope to hear from you guys soon, all right? You guys take care out there.